Ever wondered what the next frontier of human conflict could be? Could it be a new space race? Yes, you heard it right. The race to the stars is no longer a competition between nations, but a contest between corporations. This shift echoes an important juncture in our history. Once, the space race was a thrilling spectacle of human achievement, a testament to our collective drive to explore the unknown. It was a time when nations were propelled by Cold War rivalry, each vying to demonstrate their technological prowess and ideological superiority. However, the landscape has changed dramatically. Today, the players are not nations, but commercial entities, fueled by profit and the promise of untapped resources. The likes of SpaceX, Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, among others, are the new contenders, each with their own ambitious plans for colonization and commercialization. But this shift is not without its risks. The potential for conflict has never been greater. As corporations race to lay claim to the vast wealth of resources that space has to offer, tensions could escalate, potentially leading to a conflict more devastating than World War II. The rules of engagement in this new space race are yet to be defined. Who gets to claim what? Who regulates these claims? And who ensures that the wealth of space is shared equitably and sustainably? These are questions that have yet to be answered, and the clock is ticking. Moreover, the geopolitical implications of this new space race cannot be ignored. As corporations become the new spacefaring nations, the balance of power could shift dramatically. What was once a global endeavor could become a private enterprise, with profound implications for humanity. With so much at stake, complacency is not an option. We must grapple with these challenges now before it's too late. As we stand at the precipice of a new era, we must ensure that our leap into the stars is one that benefits all of humanity, not just a privileged few. With the stakes so high, we cannot afford to be complacent. The moon, once a subject of mystical speculation, now holds promise for commercial endeavors. As we've evolved, so has our perception of this celestial body. The moon, once a deity to be revered, a muse for poets and a symbol of lunacy, has transitioned from a subject of mythical fascination to a potential minefield of invaluable resources. No longer do we look up and see the face of the man in the moon, or entertain the whimsical notion of a cheese-made celestial body. Instead, we see a trove of treasure waiting to be tapped. Our lunar neighbor is rich in resources, from basalt and iron to quartz and silicon, but the allure doesn't stop there. The moon also potentially houses chlorine, lithium, beryllium, zirconium, uranium, thorium, and even the sought-after rare earth metals. These elements are not just valuable, but vital for the advancement of emerging technologies here on Earth. And with their supply dwindling on our home planet, the moon presents an exciting prospect for resource extraction. But it's not just about metals and minerals. The discovery of ice on the moon has further amplified its appeal. Water, a simple molecule, yet of profound significance. It's not just about quenching the thirst of future lunar inhabitants. No, the implications run much deeper. By breaking down water into its basic components, hydrogen and oxygen, we have the ingredients to create rocket fuel. This holds the potential for sustainable space exploration, setting the stage for voyages to Mars and beyond in our solar system. The moon, therefore, is more than just a satellite orbiting our Earth. It's a stepping stone for further space exploration, a prospect for colonization, and a potential goldmine of resources. The shift in our perception from mystical speculation to commercial endeavors signifies a new era in our relationship with the moon. The moon, it seems, is not just a celestial body to admire, but a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. The value of the moon's resources goes beyond earthly applications. Indeed, the lunar landscape is a treasure trove of potential, not just for what it can bring back to Earth, but for what it can provide for future space exploration and colonization. Let's take a moment to consider the significance of lunar resources. The moon is rich in basalt, iron, quartz and silicon, not to mention the tantalizing prospect of chlorine, lithium, beryllium, zirconium, uranium, thorium and rare earth metals. These elements are essential in many emerging technologies on Earth, and with supply limited, the moon presents a promising alternative source. But the true game changer lies in the moon's icy deposits. Yes, you heard it right. The moon has water, and this isn't just important for the obvious reason of sustaining human life. It's a game changer for space exploration itself. Water, when separated into hydrogen and oxygen, can be used to produce rocket fuel. And rocket fuel, as you may well know, is what will propel us further into the cosmos, to Mars and beyond. In fact, the presence of water on the moon opens up a whole new avenue for sustainable space exploration. Imagine a future where we have a fuel station on the moon, a pit stop for spacecraft to refuel and continue their journey deeper into space. It's like having a petrol station on a remote highway, enabling us to travel further than we ever could before. And it's not just about the fuel. Water on the moon could support a self-sustaining lunar base, a stepping stone for deeper space exploration. It's a resource that could make the moon our second home, a base camp for mankind's journey into the great unknown. In essence, the moon's resources could be the catalyst for a new era of exploration and colonization, turning science fiction into science fact. The moon, once thought of as a barren and desolate satellite, could become a hub of activity, a launch pad into the cosmos. The moon could hold the keys to our future in space. The new space race is not just about resources, it's about the future of humanity. As we continue to push the boundaries of human exploration, we must also grapple with the implications of this new frontier. The potential for conflict is clear. Just as nations have clashed over resources on Earth, so too could they clash over the wealth of the moon. The stakes are incredibly high, and a failure to respond swiftly and thoughtfully could escalate tensions and potentially lead to a conflict more devastating than any we've witnessed on our home planet. However, rather than focusing solely on the potential for conflict, we should instead see this as an opportunity to foster cooperation and unity. Space is a shared frontier, one that requires the collective efforts of humanity to explore and understand. This new space race could serve as a catalyst for international cooperation, bringing nations together under a common goal. Yet, cooperation alone will not be enough. Just as we have regulations to manage the extraction and use of resources on Earth, so too will we need regulations to govern the use of lunar resources. This is not merely about preventing conflict, it's about ensuring that the benefits of space exploration are shared equitably. The moon, after all, belongs to all of humanity. Moreover, the new space race is not just about the here and now, it's about the legacy we leave for future generations. The decisions we make today will shape the future of space exploration and potentially the future of humanity. As we venture further into space, we have the opportunity to learn more about ourselves and the universe we inhabit. It's an opportunity to push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. The new space race is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity to come together as a species, to explore, to learn and to grow. This is not just a race for resources, it's a race for the future, and it's a race we must run together. The future of space exploration is here, and it's up to us to shape it. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, we cannot help but marvel at the possibilities that lie ahead. Colonizing other planets, traveling to distant stars, harnessing the resources of asteroids and comets, these are no longer the stuff of science fiction, but tangible prospects that could become a reality within our lifetimes. Our ambitions, however, must be tempered with responsibility. The cosmos is not ours to plunder, but a shared heritage that we must steward with care. As we set our sights on the moon, Mars and beyond, we must also consider the ethical implications of our actions. The prospect of extracting lunar resources, for instance, raises questions about ownership and exploitation. Who has the right to mine the moon? How do we ensure that the benefits of space exploration are shared equitably among all nations? Furthermore, the sustainability of our endeavors is paramount. We must strive to minimize our impact on these celestial bodies, developing technologies and practices that allow us to explore without causing undue harm. This includes everything from reducing the amount of space debris we generate to designing spacecraft and habitats that can be recycled or repurposed. Interstellar travel too presents a host of challenges that we must overcome. The vast distances between stars require propulsion systems far beyond our current capabilities. We must invest in research and development to make these technological leaps, while also grappling with the physiological and psychological effects of long-duration space travel on astronauts. above all, we must remember that space exploration is not an end in itself, but a means to a greater end. It's about understanding our place in the universe, protecting our home planet, and securing a future for humanity. It's about pushing the boundaries of what we know and discovering what we're yet to learn. The future of space exploration is in our hands. We must make the most of this opportunity for the sake of our planet and for the future of humanity.